So today I'm going to do a quick follow along one arm handstand. You can do this on the floor, I'm doing it on the canes today. Now prerequisite, obviously you need to be strong in a two arm handstand. I'm going to show progressions as I warm up if you're learning one arm, and then I'm going to go into some one arm holds as well. So first of all, just one static hold to go into a straight handstand, 30 to 60 second hold. Okay, next warming the straddle up, so we're going to do straddle to straight scissors, so 10 repetitions. Show control in positions, so control in the straight position, control in the straddle position. So if you don't have them unbroken, accumulate the 10 repetitions. If you struggle with accumulating any reps, just work that straddle position and straight position, and just aim for one transition between straight and straddle. Now aeroplane wings or flagging in the straddle, so just getting some movement side to side. Not worrying too much about weight transfer, I'm just going side to side to warm that up. So notice with that one, I'm actively looking at the hand that I'm flagging towards, as opposed to just flagging side to side and going for depth. So my intention is to get myself ready for a one arm, not get myself ready for deeper flags. One thing you'll see a lot of people do is they'll do deep flags, but they'll actually transfer weight to the opposite hand. Now if you've got a tight flag like me, so you haven't got much side flexion, this can cause big issues in the one arm, and you'll have a big gap between your head and the working arm. Okay, now to intentionally work towards the one arm. All I'm going to look at to start with is the first step is I'm going to look at the hand that I want to flag towards. So the one I want to transfer weight to. I'm going to flag over slightly, transfer a tiny amount of weight, I'm going to hold for 10 seconds. I'm then going to return to the center, and then I'm going to do that on the opposite side. So the big thing there, especially if you're learning this, is I'm going to look towards that right hand. I'm going to take my head towards this shoulder, and as I transfer and flag slightly, I'm also going to push the side inwards. So I'm pushing this side in as I move some weight this direction. So it's very common when you're learning that you move weight this way, but you carry on going in that direction, and then you have to flag the legs over in a big direction the opposite way to counteract that. Okay, so this set I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to look at the hand. So say I'm going to look to my right side. I'm going to transfer the head across and try and connect this position here. I'm now going to try and load this hand as much as I can as I start to flag over, and I'm going to deload this hand as much as I can. So there's a lot of concentration on pushing that side in as I transfer weight in that direction. I'm going to go as much as I can, but I'm not going to lift the hand. I'm not going to go up onto fingertips yet. I'm going to hold for 5 to 10 seconds, transfer back to the middle, and then do the opposite side. Okay, now exactly the same thing, but this time I'm going to go up onto fingertips. So I'm going to go through those same steps. I'm going to look at the working hand. I'm going to transfer my head across, make that shoulder, head, elbow, hand all one segment, one piece. Then I'm going to flag some weight across, trying to keep this side pushed in as I flag in that direction. Deload the hand as much as I can. Ideally there will be no weight in this hand, and then I'm going to go up onto fingertips. There shouldn't be no real change between the fingertip position and the palm being down. I've deloaded the weight already. Now if you find this is already too difficult for you, just stay at the level you get to on this progressions, and then just do sets and reps there. If you struggle to do both sides back to back, just do one side, then come back down, rest, and then go up and do the opposite side. Now exactly the same steps, but we're just going to go to one finger. Now what we want to think about here, now what the goal is to transfer the weight, have no weight in this hand, go to fingertips, no weight in this hand, go to one finger, no weight in this hand. So the mistake a lot of people make as they're learning is they go from quite a bit of weight in the palm, transfer like 80% to this side, there's still 20% in this hand, then they go to fingertips and they've still got 20% in their fingers. Then they go to one finger and they've still got like 15 to 20% of weight in there, and they've got lots of weight there. Ideally we want to be getting to the point where there's no weight in this hand. The 5 fingers is just helping us balance. The 1 finger is just stopping us twist and falling out of the position, but there's no weight in this finger. Obviously that's the goal. to start with, until you actually get a one arm handstand, you're not going to be able to do that perfectly. If you could, you would already be able to do a one arm. So there is a learning process, but think of that's the intention, that's the goal. Also, always aim to try and come back to two hands, show control, bring the legs together, show control before you come down. And then the final step, lift the arm. Now obviously if you're not ready for this, just come off for a couple of seconds, go back down again. If you are ready for it, go for a little bit longer to see how long you can hold with control, but try and get back to the block, back to the floor, and then show control. So that first set was great for showing you guys the difference between a good side and a bad side. So you can see my left side is my weaker side. When I go into that one arm, I lose this connection between the head, shoulder, chest, pec, keeping this side pushed in. And you see I come out here a little bit. With the right side, I can keep this all much closer and much tighter. Now that's obviously the goal. So the goal is obviously to bring up the left side as strong as the right side. Another way of thinking about that is if I come away like this is my catch, this is my good position, this is my catch. So same as in a two-arm handstand, we want to have this perfect home balance position. We collapse out of it, but we can return back to center again. So this is where we fall to, but we sit into that center of balance as much as we can. So on the left side, I have a lot less room for error. On the right side, I have lots of room for error because I'm in this good position, I can fall to this and come back. On the left side, I've already fallen to this position and I'll fall over if I go outside of that. So that's as far as I'm going to go today. I'm going to now carry on and play, do more sets and reps at trying to tidy up both sides, do some combinations of left, right, different shapes, different positions. I'm going to try jump into one arm on the right hand side and then hold in on the left hand side. But I'll stop the video there. Normal deal, stick any comments or questions down below. Thumbs up and subscribe will be appreciated, and I'll speak to you next time. Thanks guys.